cool DIY that I want to share with you. We're going to make concrete candles, and they are really, they're really cool. They're a lot of fun. And I'm going to kind of walk you through how to make them. So if you're not following us on Instagram or on TikTok, I encourage you to follow us over there as well. We kind of put different content on all the different platforms, so you're not going to want to miss anything. So make sure that you head on, follow us over there as well. So in the comments below, please let us know where you're watching from. Say hi so that I can chat with you. So let's do this. These are concrete candles. I'm going to bring them closer so that you can see them. I made these with concrete, candles, and some gold leaf. And I didn't actually use wax. I did use wax, but I used an existing candle, and I'll show you how I did that. And then here's another one. So I made a set of 3, and then I made a little one. And then you can see the smaller one. But I think they look really cool. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you think these are cool, or like, what the heck, Maria? What were you thinking? I love to know what you guys think. So concrete candles aren't difficult to make, but you gotta watch them. And let me show you the epic fail. If you can see that. All right, camera. There. You see it? That is called a sinkhole. Those things are not fun, but they happen. And a lot of reasons why they happen. The wax was too hot pouring it in. There's just several different reasons that sinkholes can happen, but we're gonna try and figure out ways. I'm trying to show you a few ways that we can prevent those sinkholes from happening. Hi, Colleen, thanks for watching. Okay, so the way you're gonna make these candles straight up, you're gonna need a Pringles can. Yeah, and the reason I chose a Pringles can is because I can tear these apart. After everything is dried, I can just tear it. It's paper, but it's strong enough that the wax won't melt through it. So yay, thanks Pringles. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna need about a cup of concrete, and I'm gonna use my handy dandy because I don't waste. This was from candy from Christmas, but this worked. So a cup of concrete. About there, you could probably even use a half. It all depends. Like, you don't need a cup for a candle this size. You know what I'm saying? It all depends how tall of a candle you're going to make. So I'm going to grab a little bit of water, and I'm not going to use the full cup. I'm going to start with about a half a cup, and I'm going to go slow and use my spoon. So if you guys can see, I am just mixing concrete. What kind of concrete, you ask? Oh yes, let me show you. All right, I use quick set. Can you see that? Quick set, quickcrete, because this sets really fast. So I like working with this one. It also has no rocks, so it is smooth. That was about a half a cup. Yeah, maybe a little bit more, but not too much more. You want to just put in a little bit at a time. There you go. And then you're just gonna get. I'm gonna send it. So you want it to kind of look like peanut butter, right? So I'm gonna bring it up so you can see the consistency. Kind of looks like peanut butter. Maybe a little thicker. No, right about peanut butter. And that's a really good consistency to work with. Selena, hey girl, aloha. And beautiful, I must continue. Yes, keep your Pringles cans because these are super fun. All right, so we've got, like I said, our peanut butter consistency of concrete. Then you're gonna take your Pringles can, and my son ate the Pringles last night, so there's still probably some Pringles up in there. Knowing my kid. All right, I'm just gonna wipe that down. You don't have to like wash them out or anything. Yep, there you go. Wipe it down. So then you have a Pringles can, and then you're gonna start dropping your concrete a little bit at a time down in there. And you don't want to get too much on the side, so kind of just watch how you're putting it in there. And I'm going to grab another bunch. And take it slow. And you want some of it on the side because it's kind of cool. Hey, Carol, thanks for watching. Oh, She says, congratulations on all your success. That's awesome. Thank you. This success is for all of us. That's what I'm saying. We got some really cool things coming up this summer too that I can't share just yet, but I will. So I got my concrete in. Let me show you. All right, so it's hard to think. My concrete's in there. Now I want some of it to come up on the side because that looks really cool when the concrete goes up. So you just take your spoon, pull some up, and kind of a really cool trick is to let this dry on its side. Let's see if you can see that. See how it's kind of up there on the side? So I'm going to let it dry that way. And this is going to dry like pretty hard already in about 30 minutes. So I'll leave that right there. No, I won't. Got to put this on its side. I'll be right back. But magic, I have one. Yay, I've got one that's already dry. Other Pringles can. So when it dries, it's going to look like that. Can you see how some of it came up on the side right there? Right there. It's hard to see with this camera. So that's kind of really cool. Now here's my other epic fail. I did not have wicks today. What was I thinking? But I think you'll get the picture. Once it is dry, which is usually about 5 hours, you can let it dry overnight, whatever. You take your wick, and I bought a long one. I bought 8-inch wicks because this is so tall, right? You want a hot glue, so you grab your hot glue gun. You're going to drop a little bit on the back end of your wick because it's got like a little metal thing. You put it on the back end of your wick and you drop your wick in there. And I know it's hard. I mean, my hand fits in, but you can just grab a little stick and then make sure that the wick is sticking with the hot glue to the concrete. Like I said, epic fail. I don't have one. I use two, what are these called? Like bamboo skewers, right? And then I put them right on the top. And I put the wick right through the top so it would look kind of like this. Go in there. So it'll look kind of like that when it's inside. That way it holds the wick up, especially if you're on the side and how you got it sort of in there. So this helps center it and then it'll help it dry while it's inside the can. But don't have one, my bad. All right, the next step will be to pour the concrete. Now, to pour the candle wax. Now you don't need expensive candle, like I've gone to the craft stores and it's like, oh, $10 for a pound bat. Buy yourself some cheap candles. These were from Walmart. They were 98 cents. The actual candle, there was like a small pillar candle, and I used 4 pillar candles. You can buy these, which is the same thing. These are pillar candles, and I have some over there. Hold on. I got these at IKEA. Yeah, and then I melt this because it's a lot less expensive, so you're gonna save some money. And the way you melt them is in a double boiler. And let me get mine so I can show you. Double boiler, pan, hot water. I'm gonna put this over here so I don't set it on my counter. Or turn my water on with the fancy motion sensor thing. Okay, hey Fernando, thanks for watching. Awesome. Oh, yes, my friend here, Fernando, is asking, is this a Stylecraft home? Yes, it is. They are our favorites. That's what we purchased. All right, so melting the candle, it's just going to become wax. So even though, or liquid, even though it's a solid, when you melt it in a double boiler, it becomes a liquid, and then you can pour that liquid. Now, I'm not going to pour the liquid. Like I said, I didn't have my wax. But my wick. Once it's in there and you have the wick going, you just pour it. You just pour it to the side. Now, I don't pour it right as it has boiled or become liquid because I think it's still too hot. Now, if you have a thermometer, you can check about 160 degrees, 150 degrees is a good temperature to pour. That way you don't get the what? Sinkholes, those ugly sinkholes. They happen. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside. And after you've poured and you've let it cool overnight, you rip off your can. Let me go ahead and rip this one. We get some concrete in here. What would happen is, you'll see it, you could rip. Once I get a good cut on there, I should have been more prepared, guys. There we go. You're just gonna cut your can a little bit so you can grab a hold of it, and you will rip it off. And as you're ripping and it starts to open, you see it? I'm gonna have a little mess on this one. There we go. You would rip it off. Now you would have a candle wax on this one, but this is just the concrete. And then the candle would come like if it's coming right out of the concrete, just like this one. They merge together. That candle just melts right in. So it's really, really cool. Okay, once you've done that, you've ripped open your can, you got an enormous mess, and there we go. We don't have an enormous mess anymore. And I'll pull things out of the way. Let me know if you've got any questions, guys. Oh, hey, cool. Yes. Yours is being built, Fernando. Awesome. We do love Stylecraft Homes. They're really a wonderful company. So, all right, Annie or Anne, let me know if I said it right. I think it's Anne. She says that these are beautiful. They are. They're really pretty. Now, you can leave them plain without any of the gold, and it's just a concrete. It's a really very modern look, kind of bohemian, if you will. Now, you can do this with any color if you want to. I chose white. But I think what elevates these even more is adding the gold leaf. Now, let me show you if you've never worked with gold leaf before. Gold leaf, let me get this one right here. Gold leaf is really, it's paper. It's really, really thin pieces of gold paper, and I'm going to show it to you. But in order for it to stick to any surface, and I think gold leaf is kind of addicting, or addictive. Once you start using it, you're going to want to put it on everything. You're like, oh, I can put it on this. I can put it on that. But you're going to need a gold leaf. There we go. Can you see it? There. You're going to need a gold leaf adhesive. There. Metal leaf adhesive. And the way that it works is you're going to take your brush or a brush. You're going to have the gold leaf. I'll use a little bit right now. So actually, I'm going to pour it like this so you can see it. You know, you needed to be ready. All right, guys, there we go. Talk to me, tell me all the things. You're only going to put the adhesive where you want the gold leaf paper to stick. So if you paint it on, it's gonna stick everywhere. If you just paint it in a shape or a pattern, put it on there so I don't get it on something. All right, it's just a little bit. If you paint it in a pattern, like I want it to go just on these edges, that is where your gold leaf will stick, right? It's just gonna stick just like that. So here's the thing. You've gotta look at your adhesive and determine what the wait time is. You can't just put it on right when it's wet. It actually gets stickier over time. So this one says 30 minutes. So I wait, it says 30 minutes to an hour. So you wait 30 minutes, and then when you are done, take another brush, and here is the gold leaf paper. I would recommend using gloves because the oils from your hands will tear this apart. So if you wear gloves, it is much more helpful. But I'm gonna pull out, this is a lot of gold leaf in here. All right, but I want you to see it. And I have one that's a little sticky. Make sure where my sticky is. Oh, I can do it right there on this other one so you can see it. This is what gold leaf paper looks like. Like I said, it is super thin. It literally is just like, okay. You see that? Okay. So this is sticky because I did this a little while ago. So I'm going to take this gold leaf, and I know I don't have gloves on when I just told you to have gloves on. And I'm going to put it on the area where I want it to stick. And it will stick because see? And then if there's any left over, You can brush it off, but I had that whole area painted. So it took the whole area. If you grab another piece, I'll do it again. Grab another piece, then little piece. I'm just gonna lay it on so you can see. And this brush is dry. And I'm just gluing it on. That's it. Now, again, if it was just in a specific little area, when you brush, after it's dry, it'll come off. But this was full up. So that, let me see, do I have one up here that I can show you? Yeah, that one's pretty full too. So I'm gonna grab another piece. I'm gonna tear it. Okay, that'll work. So do you see here, this piece, this little piece didn't stick? There it goes, it's stuck now. It will only stick again to where your adhesive is, okay? And follow the instructions on your adhesive. Then once it is dried, you can seal it with a little metal leaf sealer. I didn't do that because this is a candle, and once the candle burns, I'm good. But that, you know, you can do that. You can make all kinds of art projects. You can put gold leaf on vases, on glass, on canvas. I've seen a lot of art done with it. So there's obviously art. You can put it on furniture. There is so much that you can do with gold leaf, and it just gives it that last, you know, that little, oh, here's a piece I can show you. All right, do you see how this sort of little piece right here is sticking up? That is gold leaf that didn't stick because there was no glue there, so then it comes off. My gold leaf. All right, guys, do you have any questions for me? Let me know if you have any questions about making concrete candles. Again, there is a video on our Instagram as well as our TikTok. I encourage you to go follow us over there. We put different content on all our different platforms. You know, so that we just have different things happening in different places. So I hope that you will make these concrete candles. They're a lot of fun. Again, pour it at the right temperature, about 150, 160 degrees, so that you don't get a sinkhole like that. But I'm about to burn this candle, so that's gonna go away. We're good. All right, guys, have a great Monday. I am glad you came and joined me. If you've got any questions or any comments, please leave them below. I'd love to chat with you.